Hi everyone, welcome to Community Distance Reiki. It's wonderful to see all of you and some of you again for the second time today. If you're new here, go ahead and click the live chat button. Feel free to make any request for your personal healing that you'd like to share in such a public venue. It can be very general or very specific. You can request a specific crystal or let me choose for you. And we will get started off by building a beautiful crystal grid to support the healing requests of everyone that's here today. If you are watching this as a recording, hello from the past. If you would like to join us live, go ahead and click the description below for the regular days and times that I stream 5 times a week here on YouTube, or go ahead and click the subscribe button with notifications on so that you don't miss an opportunity to heal. If you are here for the first time, everybody in chat is super lovely. This community is amazing. So come on in, hang out with us. It's all good. We're going to start things off, like I said, with that crystal grid. I've put out a few more crystals for us just to kind of have like a grounding point to start with, some repeat requests that we've had lately, as well as just 1 or 2 that I've added because I think it could really help. We'll start off by building that grid for about 45 minutes or an hour, and then we will transition into the healing. If you are watching this on the replay and you want to skip ahead to the healing, go ahead about an hour or so into the recording until you see the lights begin to shift. And at that point, that's when you'll see all of the beautiful music come up, the lights go down, and you'll just be able to enjoy the Reiki healing wherever and whenever you happen to be. For those of you who are here, go ahead, get comfy, get cozy wherever you are, and let's dive into that grid already in progress. Of course, if you want to know anything else about me, my live online Reiki certification classes, community Discord, social media, and crystal shop, they're all linked in the description below. And I did see someone mention that they love the music. I'm glad that you do. Thank you for that. The musical creator that actually made that music, her link is at the bottom of the description below. You can check out her channel as well. She's awesome. So let's dive in and see what the grid has in store for us. Awesome. So here we go. Starting out again with some nephrite jade. This can be really helpful for all of the blessings. It's good fortune in every way, from family to love life to community to career, all of it. And we are coming up on the Lunar New Year, as well as the new moon in, the new moon in Aquarius is tomorrow, I believe. So lots of good lunar vibes. We've also got this copper here to help get the energy moving, breaks up any blockages, and it's in this beautiful shape of a spiral. We have some pyrite to help manifest some material abundance, as well as bring in some protection and help to enhance our intuition. It's also fantastic for memory. We'll add to that some citrine, which is also fantastic for bringing in the material abundance. Also helps to balance logic and intuition. We have some moss agate. This is thought to help every kind of illness one can have, whether it's bacterial, viral, fungal, anything that's kind of sweeping through the body, as they would say in Chinese medicine, anything that has wind and is spreading through the body. This is a fantastic one to help kind of nip that in the bud. It also helps with fears of the unknown, any kind of higher self or inner child work, as well as unconditional love and connection to spirit. We have some pink tourmaline, which can be great for things like migraine and neuralgia and neuropathy, but also really great for anything having to do with mother-baby bonding, as well as mother-baby wounds, wounded parent connections, muscle weakness, as well as helping dispel negative self-image. It helps to warm our sense of self and see ourselves as more beautiful and more loving than sometimes society would have us feel about that. That can always be a little bit rough. We've got some blue lace agate that I just really felt to add. This is one that's thought to help for things like arthritis and fracture, but really I use it for the spiritual quality. It helps with the throat chakra, which is the connection for expressing. This helps to bring in a very loving, supportive energy when we have to share something that's very difficult to speak on, as well as being sensitive, as sensitive as we possibly can when we have to say something that is a little bit hard for someone else to hear. Can really help kind of temper that communication skill. So we'll bring that in. It's also great for anything having to do with your throat. If you have a throat ache, if you've lost your voice, that's a great one. Peridot is also superb for breaking up old cycles, things that you do repeatedly that hold you back, but at the same time, it's so hard to find a new way forward. This helps break up those old patterns as well as shore up relationships and friendships with those people who tend to support you in your newer ways of going about things that will help you to keep those good habits. So that's where we're starting. Let's go ahead and see what we have in the chat and say hi to everybody and put out some more requests. Hey, Heart, good to see you. Let's see. We've got Blue Sky, fantastic to see you. Eileen, JS, Joyce, welcome back. Camille. Let's see, Chris. M. Santana, hi, I'm glad that you are here. Newbie from New Jersey. I grew up in New Jersey. I grew up in Union, New Jersey, but I'm in West Philly now. As you can see, learn Reiki Philadelphia. I'm not that far away. Yes, definitely happy Aquarius season, JS. Awesome, good ones. Grace, welcome back. Oh, awesome. Subscribers are up to 555. I noticed a bunch more people subscribed. Thank you so much. All the new subscribers and all the ones who've been here since way back. I deeply appreciate all of you. I haven't even been on here a year, I don't think. And yeah, so I'm absolutely bowled over. This is so wonderful. This used to be on Zoom and now here we are. So thank you everyone for giving me reason to expand onto YouTube. Let's see. We've also got Patty, Belinda's back, as well as Heart, and awesome. Yeah, let's go ahead and start from the top. So we've got Gotcha, Anxious, could use some peace, and also between the building the grid together and getting into where I just send you Reiki, I do take a moment to briefly explain what Reiki is, how it works, and all that stuff. But essentially, you know, the TLDR on it is just get cozy. I'll take care of everything. You'll probably have a great nap. But yeah, I'll talk more about it later. But I'm glad that you're here. So let's do definitely anxiety and peace. So let's see. My favorite for anxiety, and we used it earlier, is green calcite. So I'm going to bring that back. There's a lot of nervous energy in the air because it's astrologically, a lot of us basically, I know most people think, oh, things are going retrograde. Planets retrograde means bad. It's not what it means. It means like a review. Looking things over and saying, okay, I need to take a deeper look at this. When planets go direct, that's when we're a little bit more free to take actions based on those observations. And we're going to go through a point where pretty quickly all planets will be direct and through until like April. So it's a lot of like, wow, I can start moving forward after this time of all different questioning in the last few years. So there's a lot of anxiety in that. A lot of us are stepping out into new directions for the first time. So yeah, totally reasonable. Green calcite helps to not only release that anxiety and kind of ground it, it also helps to release the physical body tension that we get from having all of that anxiety. It helps the physical heart, and it also helps to just reassure us. Deeply calming vibes. So here is some green calcite. And for peace, I was thinking of this in the last stream, but I really feel like it should be here today. Let's bring in some Snowflake Obsidian. We don't work with this too often here. Snowflake Obsidian helps us to recognize and reorganize our patterns that are no longer in our highest good. So if peridot sounded like a stone for you, this is too. But even more so, this helps with the body, mind, spirit balance, especially if you feel like you're just out of balance. This will bring you back into it no matter which direction you happen to be. It also brings about serenity and peace. It's great for hope after loss, whatever the loss may be, an individual, a career loss, anything like that. And it also can help calm overstimulation, which is something I think a lot of us struggle with. Helps with clairaudience too, if you tend to hear a lot of spiritual guidance. So let's go ahead and bring this in. This is actually this piece of Snowflake Obsidian I've had since I was really young. I was like really little when I got this. I've loved crystals for that long. So let's go ahead and put that here. We'll put this one here. So that's Snowflake Obsidian. Great for peace, calming, serenity. Oh, definitely gotcha, Blue Sky. Read your mind on the green calcite. Headache. Protection from others' anger. To keep other people's energy outside of you. Gotcha. I've got some aquamarine. The anti-Karen stone. Yeah, this can help with other people's anger being misdirected. It's also great for teeth and gums, as well as any kind of fluids in the body. It helps to deflect like pettiness and like low-level volatility and that kind of thing. Can be really helpful for that. Protecting from the anger of others as well. Tourmalinated quartz can be really helpful for that. It's also great for fortune and luck in general. So a great like new year, new moon, lunar new moon, or lunar new year, all of those good things. This can help to kind of dispel and keep other people's anger away. It also helps us to release nervous energy, which I think a lot of us are feeling, as I said. It can be really protective in travel, as well as it's thought to help break up scars and scar tissue. So whether that's inside your body, if it's on your skin, or even if it's like mental, emotional scar tissue, it can help break that up. These are streaks of black tourmaline, which helps to keep negative energy at bay going through clear quartz. And it's thought to help go through and clear our energy field in all of those ways too. Can also be really great for healing trauma, especially childhood trauma. Let's do that. We've got, okay, hope that's good. Okay, let's see. Maricela, welcome back. I hope you're doing well. Camille, welcome back. Fiat Luna, good to see you. I don't have any topaz. Let's put that on the list. Let's put that on the list of stones Danielle needs. Topaz. I can definitely get some. That's not a problem. But let me know what it was for, like what the intention was for, and I'll happily put something else in its place. Oh, Camille, you're so welcome for bringing out the special stone from my childhood. I do have a few of them left. A few of them are kicking around. Awesome. Maricela, so glad that you're sharing that with us. So rhodochrosite, moonstone, lapis. Rhodochrosite, lapis, moonstone. So you're cooking up the baby's bones this week. Let's do it. Anything for baby's bones. blue lace agate can be helpful for bones, as well as howlite. So we'll put that in there. Let's see what other folks have as requests. Sounds like you need a case of Snowflake Obsidian. Yeah, I could. You're not alone. It's okay. I have some really big pieces in the crystal shop, but it is a pretty easy stone to find, Snowflake Obsidian. Let's see. Oh, thank you so much. I'm just seeing all the love between Heart and Eileen, and thank you so much. That's really sweet. Let's see. Red Tiger Eye, Lapis, Amazonite, Mahogany, Obsidian. Garnet, Fire Quartz. Emerald, Chevron Amethyst. Releasing Toxins. Shungite. And we've got some pink tourmaline. I'm going to put out some black tourmaline. Selenite, black obsidian, and shungite. Ooh, you read my mind on shungite, Grace. Let's see. Selenite, black obsidian. Okay. Money, money, money stones. Absolutely. We've got pyrite and we've got citrine, and we're going to be adding some red tiger eye. Okay. Aragonite, hematite, peridot, iolite, Herkimer, aqua aura, kyanite. Herkimer, aqua aura, blue kyanite, sapphire, rose quartz, citrine. Oh, sorry, carnelian, sapphire. There we go. Okay, so we'll start there, and I'll definitely keep reading. Anxiety, stress, tension stones. We got those covered. Clarity and release through this weekend. Desert Jasper, absolutely. That also goes by Picture Jasper. Got it. Grounded in yourself, support for making big decisions. Gotcha. And clarity. Clarity, and also for Korakar, who's not here right now, but may come back in. Korakar, who's a regular, her stepfather is going through treatment for colon cancer. Rutilated quartz is clear quartz, much like this has black tourmaline going through it. This has rutils going through it. And those rutils are thought to bring focus. So focus and clarity to the mind-body connection. It's also seen as like a gift of well-wishing for folks with things like cancer. The intention behind it being that hopefully the rutils will direct the healing medicine, whatever you're using, to whatever needs it most. So if it's, whether it's mental, emotional, physical, it doesn't matter. It will focus everything that you're doing exactly where it needs to go. And so for that reason, it's also usually thought of along the lines of being supportive for people with cancer, that it will direct the treatments exactly where it needs to go. So we'll bring this in. So this will definitely bring clarity as well. Also helps with energizing. Black obsidian is highly, highly protective, helps with processing grief, as well as grounding nervous pets, moving through anything that's like physically shocking, and serious trauma of any kind. So that's black obsidian. We're going to have a lot of obsidian on this grid. Shungite is helpful for physical recovery and tissue repair, but it's also a purifying stone. There's a good chance that some of your water purifiers that you use actually have shungite in it. So this is shungite. It's very absorbent. It also helps with, it's thought to be like detoxifying in an energetic capacity, and it is physically used to clear water. So energetically, it matches that. This also helps to clear the energy field, and if you're sensitive to like geopathic stress, this can help. I do also caution that even though this might be in your like water purifiers, this is a very absorbent stone, and if you don't know where it has been before you and you don't have a way to check what it might be holding on to, I don't recommend that you just grab a bunch at a crystal store and plop them in your water bucket, because we don't know what else they may have absorbed before they got to you. So this is shungite. It's really great for like purging energy from your body, for sure. I can speak to that. We also have black tourmaline, which helps to keep negative energy at bay. And this is the same stuff that I was mentioning that's running through the tourmalinated quartz. I have gone so far as to crush this up and sew it into curtains. It works. It works like a dream. Works like a dream to keep the energy clear. Speaking of keeping energy clear, one of the best stones for keeping energy clear and also clearing the energy of like your crystals is selenite. Selenite reflects only pure white light. I actually do a lot of clearing of the crystals by using selenite. So I have a bunch behind me all over the place, but I also have some shelves and things lined with it, and I actually put the crystals on top of that to clear them. I have some under the big bank of crystals that I have to my right, along with some Epsom salt. Yeah, this works great. You can also, if you're an energy practitioner or if you're someone who's just sensitive to energy, you can sweep your aura with selenite. It can be a little piece or a big piece. I usually just start right here at the crown and just sweep. This is called an aura sweep. There's a lot of lineages of Reiki that actually use this technique and teach it to their students. And it's definitely very helpful. It's one of the ways you can keep your energy clear. But you can also like clear your whole auric field. So we'll bring this in. For now, I'm going to keep this here. We'll see where we put it as we go along. Emerald can be really helpful for hair, skin. It's very good for healing physical tissue of the body, but it's also great for upper respiratory health. If you're struggling with a cold or bronchitis or anything with upper respiratory or the respiratory system in general, this can be really helpful. It also helps to restore confidence for anyone who's been belittled, teased, or treated poorly for their appearance, as well as getting back the zest for life, in a sense, whether it's your love life, work life, whatever part of your life. It helps bring this sense of passion back in. So let's go ahead and bring it. And yeah, these are really emeralds. These are raw emeralds. So let's go ahead and bring these in. Is working with Snowflake Obsidian recommended if you're not in therapy? I have some, but feel like maybe I shouldn't use it unless you have support. I would say it's not so much like, do you need to be in therapy to use this crystal or not? I would say the part of you that says, hey, this might not be the crystal right now, or maybe I shouldn't use it with the support, that right there, that intuition, I would listen to that for sure. I think that's the deciding factor. And it's for all of these, whether it's a physical healing, an emotional healing, mental processing and thinking, whatever the case may be, these are all really complementary, and these can kind of help, and they don't replace anything else. But a lot of them just work best alongside other things. So strengthening the immune system, yeah, we have some Mookaite coming up, which actually, let me grab that. This is definitely thought to help the immune system, as well as rutilated quartz is thought to as well. But Mookaite was, I saw a request for help making decisions. This helps with making decisions and with accepting change. It really helps us to say, like, when we get kind of reticent for making decisions and we're like, but that means I have to like actually start taking the footsteps towards the thing that I've been thinking about all this time. Yeah, this helps us with making those decisions and taking those steps. It definitely is thought to help boost the immune system. It's thought to calm the digestive tract, and it's also thought to help with bladder pain, like the kind that would come alongside UTI. So we'll bring some Mookaite in here. It also goes by the name Australia Jasper. Let's put this piece here. This piece here. Mookaite or Australia Jasper. Self-identity, confidence and self-identity. Definitely. Emerald helps a little, but we will get to that. So the next is Chevron Amethyst. This is thought to help any kind of spiritual connection, channeling. So that can be like literally hearing what Spirit is saying and then writing it down or sharing it with someone. Any kind of visionary meditation, journey work, psychopomp work, all of that kind of stuff. It's sending requests or basically communicating with Spirit. So sending requests or messages up and then being open to hear that dialogue. It can also help manifestation in much that same way. It's also thought to help support tolerance of others. And there are a lot of folks who suggest that this can be good for things like degenerative diseases, which I may have one. They haven't decided yet. We'll see what it is. But Chevron Amethyst has these sort of white V's going through it, hence Chevron Amethyst. That's what sets it apart. Okay. Gotcha. Yeah, and good on you for listening to yourself, Blue Sky. Absolutely. Amazonite helps with self-respect. And it helps with caretakers, those of us who tend to neglect ourselves while we're taking care of everyone else. Whether you're a nurse or you're just the nurse of your community and your family and your friend group, this is a great one to help you remember to take care of yourself. It also is thought to help the spine and the spinal nerves and brings in a lot of calmness too. So we'll bring in Amazonite. And I just wrote a blog post about Amazonite at learnreikiphiladelphia.com. You'll see it right on, if you scroll all the way down on the front page. And I sent it out to the email group. So the email list is free. If you want to sign up for that, it's in the description below. Red Tiger Eye helps with, it's a serious, like, protection from the evil eye kind of crystal. It is really protective on every level, from anything from bullying, picking on, gaslighting, like that kind of really nasty stuff, all the way up to like really, really nasty stuff, like intentional, like spiritual harm and that kind of thing. This can protect all of those things. It's also really helpful for manifesting finances in a hurry. So that's Red Tiger Eye. It's tiger eye that formed in the ground near iron, giving it the redder color. We've also got, oh, and I have citrine in there. Citrine is in the center here. There's a few pieces of it there. Garnet helps with creativity and courage in basically getting things done, bringing your dreams to life. Being practical also. Strength in times of change, all of those good things. So if you have a project or a plan or whatever it might be that you're looking to kind of launch and get going and you want to get it done in the best possible way, the most efficient kind of way, but also just get it done. Garnet, garnet, garnet. This is definitely the Capricorn stone. It's a January birthstone, but yeah, great for entrepreneurial things too. And whatever it might be, if you're like redoing your finances, if you are working on a big art project, if you know, whatever it might be, this can really help stay organized and keep on task. Picture Jasper, which also goes by Desert Jasper, helps us envision our future potential, very much like Soul Star Chakra, which is above our crown chakra. This helps with just seeing new possibilities. It's also really great for like new ventures, fresh starts, whether it's a big project or like starting a business or whatever it might be, like bringing on a big new client at your job or something. This is also great for seeing the big picture. So if you feel like, I feel like I'm just like doing all the little pieces, but it's like I'm just picking which tasks I want to do. I feel like I'm not getting the whole scope of what's going on to get a better picture of how best I can deal with this. This is a great stone to bring on. It also helps with travel abroad and opening your mind to new cultures, and it helps with quelling hidden fears. So let's start this here. So that's Picture Jasper, which also goes by Desert Jasper. And yeah, it's because if you look at it, it always looks like it's a picture of the desert. So it's harder to see when they're the smaller specimens. Yeah. Mahogany obsidian is another obsidian. So all obsidian, like natural obsidian, it's actually glass that was created through volcanic activity. And depending on what's in it, gives it its color. So mahogany obsidian helps with letting go of perfectionism. Releasing ideas that we need approval from others so that we can follow our own heart and our own desires, as well as letting go of any need for validation. Like I have to do this perfectly or great so that somebody will recognize me and validate that. It helps to let go of that. It's also fantastic for vitality and strength, meeting your goals. So this one goes along with a lot of the other crystals that we had. Releasing anger to an extent, I usually use more like dumortierite or howlite for that, but a lot of folks do use this for releasing anger. So if it works for you in that capacity, awesome. And also it's thought to help with things like carpal tunnel. So I know some of you struggle with that. So mahogany obsidian for sure. This is howlite. This is the one I usually use for like anger and resentment, but it's also great for teeth, bones, hair, osteoporosis, anything having to do with dislocated stuff, joints, difficulty absorbing calcium. I struggle with calcium absorption and brittle bones and things like that. Yeah, it's been kind of a long-going thing, but it also helps with frustration, bringing stability into life as well. When it comes to anger and resentment, sometimes, anger is meant to help us take action where we might not otherwise, but it's a really volatile emotion, as we all know. It can be really exhausting too. This helps us to find ways to like get a little bit of a release valve to that anger so that we can make more thoughtful ways of approaching whatever's motivating the anger, whatever's making us feel that way, rather than just being volatile and explosive. So that's howlite. Hey, Sam, good to see you. Going back to school, job, place, harmony for yourself, new friends, peace and harmony with the family. Releasing toxins and tension headache. Absolutely. So releasing toxins is the shungite. This is thought to really help purge toxins from the body. It's actually used in water filtration systems often. And it also is really great at like purging energies that we just no longer need as well, and keeping them at bay. Helps to heal physical tissue. As far as tension headache is green calcite. And I might have other ones too. Well, definitely that, as well as blue lace agate, which is there. Yeah, both of those are great for tension headaches. Absolutely. I hope that helps. And okay, sapphire. This one is fantastic for connecting with spirit, getting intuitive messages, channeling. It really is a powerful enhancer to connect to spirit in any way that you do, whether it's tarot reading, dreams, channel mediumship, shamanic journeying, however you connect. It can be a little ungrounding if you're not used to grounding your energy, so definitely work on that first. But yeah, it's superb for connecting, but also how do we verbalize and share what messages we got. So this very much has an alignment with the whatchamacallit, chevron amethyst. So let's go ahead and put them close. Having them near the black obsidian is nice. I like that. Healing, peace, and harmony. Heat not working properly. Oh no. Yeah, I hope so too. I've had that problem this year. Another friend of mine had that problem this year. It's like, thankfully around here, around Philly, it hasn't been dreadfully cold too much. The coldest days that we've had so far this winter were the days that my heat was out, but you know, it's okay. It came back on. But yeah, I hope that works out. Peace and harmony, we definitely did. Snowflake obsidian can really help with that. Oh, awesome. Okay. Thank you, Patty. Absolutely. And safe travels to go pick up Key. Send Key our regards and our love. What are the white yellow stones? These ones? This is rutilated quartz, which helps focus the healing energy where it needs to go. And the other one is picture jasper, which also goes by desert jasper, which helps us to envision the possibilities ahead of us. I think those were what you were asking about. Let me know if I didn't cover it. Yeah, let me know if I didn't cover it. Let's see, what's next? Carnelian. This fits a few of the requests that were there about relationships with coworkers, other people in your lives, just how you relate to others. But it's that on that not romantic level, but also on the romantic level. If you're calling in any kind of spiritual relationship or just, soulmate type relationship at all, this is everything having to do with sexuality, sexual function and dysfunction, and fertility, all the way up to just how we relate to each other. So everything that's encompassed in the sacral chakra, including creativity. So it's another creativity stone. This helps with apathy and laziness too. It helps to warm that creative vibe and get you going, but also colds and allergies. So this is carnelian. So this can help with harmony among the people that you're surrounded by. The creamy white stones. This is howlite for anger and resentment, also for teeth, bones, and hair. And the other one might be blue lace agate, which is great for the throat, expressing things that feel a little bit tender and hard to get expressed and out, and also being tender when you communicate with someone else. Okay, cool. Okay, thank you. Glad that helps. So yeah, carnelian. carnelian here. Carnelian is such a beautiful orange stone. Absolutely love it. When it comes out of the ground, you wouldn't know what it is. The nodules are like, they almost just look like brown stones, brown rock. You're like, eh. But then you tumble them and it's like this brilliant orange. It's really an incredible stone. Okay, you're welcome. Oh, you like how I'm placing the stones on the base? Is there an energy channeling reason for that? No, I just pretty much go intuitively. I like to have the center kind of coming out, but yeah, I just kind of go freeform. The wooden base is just a piece of wood that I got at a craft store. It's not even finished or anything. The bamboo tabletop I have is, I made a desk out of what was a broken coffee table. So it's, yeah, just mostly using what's here. But no, I mean, I like the idea of spreading out. When I do like very intentional crystal grids, sometimes I'll bring in sacred geometry though. I usually use either the seed of life or flower of life, which is actually the background of my tattoo on my arm. But there's other sacred geometry too. I recommend the Book of Crystal Grids by Philip Permutt on that. This is great. This is like, I absolutely love it. This is a wonderful book to start to make your own grids. Pretty soon I will have an Amazon storefront where you'll be able to see all the books that I recommend. But yeah, and of course, if you can find them somewhere that is like a local bookstore, awesome. Even better. But yeah, I hope that helps. Hey, ABC, great to see you. Aqua Aura helps support with depression and seasonal affective disorder. And of course, like I said, for everything. These are all complementary. I struggle with depression. I struggle with anxiety and stuff too. This is one that I found to be really helpful in addition to all the other things I do, from Reiki to meditation to antidepressants to therapy to all of the things that I do. But it's been helpful. This is a man-altered stone. It's clear quartz crystal that was processed using gold. And I never thought a man-altered stone would be anything other than just like a different look, but it really does have a pretty unique and beautiful quality. We have it requested in almost every grid we do here. Yeah, everything is great with me and the lovely kitties. They are tuckered out. I ran them around earlier. So they are tuckered out. I have 2 beautiful cats that I took in a small litter of ringworm kittens back in September, and I cleared them of ringworm and I nursed them back to health, and I found one a beautiful home, and the other 2 have stuck around. They're foster failures. They're my babies now. Miracle for getting back energy, health, and positivity. Getting back energy and health, rutilated quartz. So blue kyanite. This can help with radical self-acceptance. It's self-pride in the most grounded and fundamental sense of just being fundamentally proud of who you are as a lovable, wonderful human being. This also helps with understanding intuitive messages, including dreams, and can help support folks who are recovering from stroke or brain injury. It's thought to help folks who are struggling with mobility and speech issues around that. So go ahead and we'll bring these in. So that's blue kyanite. Yeah, self-worth indeed. Self-worth, also self-respect in Amazonite. Tiger eye is one that we use often for protection and also seeing the big picture. So it helps with it bolsters courage. It helps protect against envy and jealousy too. So this might go back to Blue Sky's request with other people's anger. Depending on what that anger is rooted in, this might be really helpful. But it's thought to help with study and research too. It helps us with seeing all the different pieces that we're studying about so that we can mentally put them into one cohesive picture, which makes it easier to understand. And also that's truly how we're supposed to be learning it anyway. So yeah, a lot of big picture thinking, entrepreneurship, taking a look at a lot of disparate pieces and how they all connect and work together. So let's do right here. So that's Tiger Eye, strengthening eyesight. Oh no. I'm so sorry to hear that, Sam. Herkimer is fantastic for manifesting in a very spiritual and grounded way. So this isn't just like, I want a Lamborghini and I want it now. It's not like the Veruca Salt, I want an Oompa Loompa now kind of manifestation. if you're an old school fan of Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, this helps to connect to divinity and say, these are the things I want and need, and I'd like them to be as spiritually aligned with myself and everyone else and everything else that's touched by this request as possible. This also helps connect us intuitively, so it's like you get to basically get a little bit of guidance from your guides, giving you some hints as to what you'd want to ask for and where you might see it. So it's very linked with Chevron Amethyst in that regard. It also helps us with being in the present moment, which is always the best place we can come from when we're asking for something. And it helps to balance energies that are discordant. So if you're working in a group that's like all the energies are all over the place, also helps with metabolism and just in general intuition in a really healthy way. Where shall we place you? Let's do that here. So we're leaving plenty of room for other cool stones. Oh, thank you, Chris. I will think about eyesight. I may have to look it up. And I'm glad to hear that, Sam. I'm so glad this is helpful for you. Thank you. And for those of you watching that are interested in my bracelet, this is black tourmaline, pink tourmaline, yellow or golden tourmaline, green tourmaline. There's a couple of there's like a yellow golden. Yeah, it's all different tourmalines together. Moonstone is helpful for this new moon, lunar new year, connection to all of the cycles of Earth, whether it's the tide cycles, like for example, the moon controls the tides. There's also a connection with deeper wisdom, especially ancient wisdom, divine feminine, understanding the deeper meaning in things, as well as it's protective for people who are traveling, which is always helpful for those of you who are. It helps with releasing patterns and also with attracting love. So very, very helpful there. So we'll go ahead and bring in that moonstone. Rhodochrosite helps with the mother-child bonding. So I hope this helps Maricela. Helps with the heart circulation, also telepathy and connection with our ancestors and even passed over pets and animals as well. It's thought to also help with things like stress, headache. So can't hurt for some of the requests we had tonight, as well as asthma. So that's rhodochrosite. Where shall we place you? Let's put this here opposite the aqua aura. Lapis helps with pain and inflammation, but it also supports integrity. And I saw a few of you tap dancing around some of these subjects, so this is actually going to work for a few of you. This helps with things like personal responsibility, deep honesty, communication, integrity in its deepest sense. So acknowledging exactly where your shortcomings are. If you struggle with like, oh, I dropped the ball on that, it's my bad, I will make up for that. This can be a great stone. It also helps with attracting people who are of that same caliber. It can help with things like vertigo and anything with the ear. This is thought to help. It's thought to help with career improvement as well. So we'll bring this in. Let's see. Bring this in front of Moonstone. Iolite is in almost every grid that we make. It helps with, for those of you who have an intention around weight loss, this is a good stone. It also helps with psychic sleep disturbances, especially if you feel very ungrounded at sleep and so you're not awake. But if you get a lot of intuitions at night or any kind of prodding from the spiritual realm at night, this can be very helpful. Also great for money managing, and it's usually used for folks with that are dealing with a fever too. Let's bring this in here and here. Aragonite with blue Caribbean calcite. This helps. So the aragonite is a calcite that's more of a brownish color, and that's focused on physical healing, our root chakra, and our earth star chakra. That is the energy that is connected to us enacting our soul purpose, actually stepping on our feet and walking into our future and doing the things that need to be done to make that happen. The blue part of this, the Caribbean blue calcite, this is two calcites basically in one. The blue connects with the crown chakra and the soul star. Soul star is the highest spiritual envisioning of what can be. And it's always updating and upgrading as we make decisions, as different scenarios open up. This is the what's possible in the future, and seeing that part of us that knows, hey, I need to talk to that person. Hey, I feel like I need to go to that. That's our soul star helping us along the way. It balances both of those and heals both of those. So it essentially balances everything within it too. So it's thought to help balance the flow of Kundalini energy in the body, which is our own energy that lays dormant at the spine. This helps to take that from being open closed to like a more even flow around the chakras. So we'll bring this in. Yeah, it is a really beautiful packed red. Ooh, iolite may help with eyesight. That's excellent to know. Thank you, Blue Sky. Yeah, I'm going to look up another stone, too, to see if there's any other stones that come up for eyesight. Can I share what Apatite does? You received it as a gift. Glad to see you back, Aphrodite C. Yeah, I have blue Apatite. And blue Apatite, and I'll bring it out because you brought it up. This is another one that can overlap with iolite if you have an intention around weight loss. Some people do use it for that. But this is, apatite really does involve our literal appetite, but more deeply our relationship with food. So this is nervous eating. This is disordered eating. This is making better decisions around food and when you eat, and sustaining yourself and your needs for nourishment and all of those kinds of things. But even more so, it's related to our sense of like how we connect with that spiritually and how we express it, and expressing our needs. So whatever might be underlying our relationship to the acting that I just described, like eating too much, not eating enough, why we're eating what, it looks at the deeper issues that might be in play there. I've written about it before. Let me see if I have my... Don't have it right here, but let's grab... Let's see what Cassandra Eason does with blue apatite. Apatite 230. And she uses this for teeth, gums, bones, broken bones, cartilage, teething babies, and to control cravings, not just of food, but just cravings in general. Definitely talks a lot about food, eating, things like that. And also mentions money management, like compulsions around spending money and getting a little bit more organized around that, as well as yeah, she even talks a little bit about concentration. Absolutely happy to look it up. I've got lots of books. Also wanted to look up eyesight if somebody had a recommendation in here. Let's see. Recommended is amethyst, blue sapphire we have out there, cat's eye chrysoberyl, emerald, labradorite, pyrrhusite, lapis, gold tiger eye, and ulexite, which is new to me. So we have a few stones here to help eyesight. We have, and just the eyes in general. We have, the blue sapphire, emerald, they're both in there, and lapis is in there. And golden tiger eye. So we've got 4 stones that cover eyes. I'm so glad we looked that up. Yeah, she works with stones very differently than I do. Her and Philip Permut are like my favorite authors on stones, and if you're looking for another wonky book on stones, this was given to me by one of the jewelers on Jewelers Row, which is where I had my brick and mortar location for 3-4 years before I moved to Old City, and then I closed it during COVID. This is The Curious Lore of Precious Stones by Coons. And this was written a long time ago. This is a reprint. I think it was published in like 1919, but it cites books going back to like the 1500s, and it's totally new perspective on things that I've never seen elsewhere. Yeah, this is 1913. Copyright 1913 by Lippincott Company, which was about a block from my studio on Jewelers Row, which is hilarious. But yeah, this cites books back to the 1500s, and it's been reprinted. You could find a reprinting on Amazon. This one's from the 70s, but so the book's actually older than me. It's in great shape, right? But yeah, you can find newer reprints of it on Amazon. I'll have it in my Amazon storefront when I get that up and running. But that book I absolutely love. So fun, totally different take on so many stones. So before we get totally lost in nerding out on stones, which is one of my favorite things to do, I'm going to take this blue apatite here and put this in as well. We shall put it next to iolite. And I'm going to pick out a couple of stones for you all to vote on, just stones that I think might be in really good balance and harmony with everything you all have requested. And while y'all are voting on it, I will explain what Reiki is, how everything works, and then we are going to get into the healing. So give me a moment to pick a couple of stones. And Let's see. Okay, that's one. I am just like kind of stumped. I'm like, what else could we bring in? Okay, so the first is orange sunstone, and this helps greatly expand our vision of our own potential. Like, it reminds us that we did not come here to play small, and it just takes all of the ways that we limit our understanding of what we can do, and it kind of blows the lid off of it. It's excellent for your sense of self as well, which I did see a request for. So orange sunstone. For those of you who are new here, you are not limited to just one vote. Hint, hint. It's sort of an inside joke now. The other is one that we've used fairly recently, and this is a piece of clear quartz, which is an amplifier stone. It helps to amplify everything it's near, and this one is carved with the two fish, and this is about balance of yin and yang, movement of energy. It's a deep blessing. It's also the balance of the union of the two fish is something that is talked about in like even ancient philosophy. And for those of you who work with Reiki, if you're level 2 or higher, the mental emotional symbol has a strong connection with that symbology. So yeah, this is carved with two fish that are kind of ebbing and flowing into one another. And then there's this like flower on either side, but yeah. So this carved crystal bead. So go ahead and yeah, definitely brings in a good balance and a flow of energy, harmonizing the energy, harmonizing yin and yang. So go ahead and vote for either one or both. Crystals for GI diverticulitis. Yes, pink tourmaline is helpful for that, but also Dalmatian jasper, which also helps with energy clearing internally. IBS, Crohn's, anything having to do with digestion and also helping folks to work together. It's got black tourmaline running through it, just like the tourmalinated quartz, except that being that you can't see through it, it just looks like spots. So I'll bring this in for you. Okay, awesome. So go ahead and vote. While you're voting, go ahead and click like if you wouldn't mind. It super helps me out. I'm going to quickly explain what Reiki is, how it works, and then we're going to get into the healing. So thank you so much for being here. As I mentioned at the top of the stream, my name is Danielle Stimpson. I'm from Learn Reiki Philadelphia, and I've been teaching Usui Reiki for about 14 years now. And Usui Reiki is named after the method's founder, Mikao Usui, and he created this particular approach to working with Reiki energy in early 1920s Japan. It is a very secular system of deep spirituality because it came about in a time in Japan where teaching religion and a lot of spiritual pursuits was strictly banned, with the sole exception of Shintoism, which is the indigenous spirituality of Japan. In that very, very deep understanding that really is the foundation of energy concepts in Japan, it's seen as energy is all around us. We are energy. And most importantly, we are all interconnected. Us, not just people, but people, animals, the planet, everything is interconnected. And within that interconnection, there are essentially different forces at play, one of which is this spiritually guided soul or life energy. And that's roughly what Reiki translates to. So his method was created as a way for modern folks to connect with energy practices, which everyone in Japan had a practice of working with this energy. But this was a new practice that helped to give a little bit more structure to it to folks who really wanted to bring it into their lives in a new way. This particular technique is very simple, but very profound. Essentially, that connection to that energy, we all have it. We have this Reiki energy flowing through all of us all the time. Whether or not we're aware of it in our culture largely isn't. Essentially, what I'll be doing today is connecting to that energy and directing more of it to you to help your body, mind, and spirit essentially do what it is already doing, but have more to work with. So your body, mind, and spirit use this energy to help bring about physical healing and well-being, mental, emotional, spiritual, and karmic well-being on all levels in the way that best supports you in this moment. And you are setting intentions around that can, help that, but you don't have to have any special intentions. So yeah, this energy will be something that your body, mind, and spirit are already well acquainted with and working with right now, just more of it. Much like we're mostly made of water, but we don't think of it, yet we need water for every process basically that our body has. We don't have to think about what our body does with that water, and really there's not much we can do to change what it does with that water. Reiki is very similar. During your session, you may experience some physical sensations, some shifts in your emotions, new emotions coming up, things being released. You may have some mental clarity, some room to think about things that you maybe haven't been able to get to the root of yet. You may also have some nice spiritual intuitions coming in and just some aha moments. You may also just have a really awesome nap. Cool. It's probably going to be a combination of all of those things. So what do you need to do during this session? Not a darn thing. You've already done it. You're here. The only thing that you really can kind of think to do is find the best, most comfortable way to be. Sitting up, lying down, you can move around. It's really up to you. You can close your eyes. You can grab a pillow if you happen to fall asleep. Totally cool. You must have needed it. And essentially, at the end of this 25-minute session, you'll hear my voice. I'll welcome you to, come back to the room that you're in, and you can ask any questions that you might have or share any experiences that you had. You don't have to focus on anything. You don't have to keep your mind silent or quiet at all. Just simply be and allow. When the session comes to an end, like I said, you'll hear my voice. During the session, you will notice that the lights will go down and be nice and dim. They will move slowly and peacefully through several different colors. They will not flash or strobe. And as far as that music that you liked earlier, lots more music from her. Her information is at the bottom of the description if you want to check it out. And of course, if you want to learn more about me, online Reiki classes with me, community Discord, social media, and the Crystal Shop, all of it's linked in the description. But the most important thing is just that you're here, and I'm so grateful to have you here. Thank you for being around. And yeah, we're going to enjoy some beautiful Reiki healing. During your session, you can move around all you need. You don't have to sit still. If you want to journal, play some music, move around, do some stretches, that's all fine too. This time is about you. So whatever helps you feel good. Thank you for being here. It is an honor and a privilege to share this healing energy with all of you. And let's go ahead and see what won that vote and get into the healing. We've got both. I feel so supported. Oh, yay. Both and both, please. Absolutely both. Yeah, absolutely both. So we will bring in our crystal bead here. Ooh. So everybody go ahead, get nice and comfy. And of course, you can get up at any point, move around. The Reiki will still flow if you get interrupted. If you feel like your mind is racing, or if you're not quite sure if it's helpful, just take a deep breath in and out. You'll just fall right back into the session. Let's take these and we will do... Actually, let's do... that there, opposite here. And these beautiful orange sunstones. Oh, that's so nice. Thank you so much for being here. Enjoy your session, and I will be back for you in about 25 minutes. I invite you to take a deep breath in and out. Slowly start to come back to your body. Thank you so much for being here with me this evening. If you feel like you need a little help coming back to your body, take a few stretches, wiggle your fingers and toes. And if you'd like, you can ask any questions or share anything you feel you'd like in the chat. You're so welcome, ABC. Oh, you're so welcome, Chris. I've got a purring Hattie kitten on my lap. You're welcome, Eileen. Oh, you saw a newborn baby during the healing session. Aw. You're welcome. You're welcome, Vincent, ABC, Eileen. You're always welcome back here, Eileen. Thank you for dropping by. Hope you had a good experience. If you think of any questions, you can share now or pop them in the comments at any point in time. Oh, I totally meant to get back to you today, Chris. I'm so sorry. I will message you right after the end of this stream. I'm around all weekend. And parts of Monday. And also parts of Tuesday. Belinda. Oh, lots of love to you too. And Maricela, absolutely lots of love to you and your little one. And ABC, that could be, there's definitely is somebody who's cooking up a newborn baby, but on a non-literal sense, that could actually mean something to me. Like I'm not having any kids. Not that ship sailed when I had my hysterectomy. That's not what that is. but yeah, that's significant to me anyway. Weekend works best. Great. I'm available all day tomorrow until like 8 o'clock. So I'll message you my address. Oh, Eileen, that's good to hear. I'm so glad you had a wonderful experience. And yeah, I'm here. It's the same 5 days and times every week. I do occasionally do some pop-up streams around holidays and astrological movements. And if you subscribe with your notifications on, you'll always know when those are happening. But yeah, I'm always here Fridays at 4 and 8 p.m. And I'll be back Sunday at 8 p.m. Tuesdays at 10 a.m., Wednesdays at 4 p.m. All of that East Coast U.S. time. But yeah, I'd love to see you again. Thank you for being here. Chris, yeah, anytime before 8 p.m., but I might be able to do 8 p.m. Yeah, but I'm open all day. If 8 p.m. is all that works for you, I can make that work. Thank you, Eileen. Thank you for being here. And Blue Sky, you have a peaceful night too. Samantha, you're absolutely welcome. Oh, Korakar, you're getting ready for classes that start on Monday. Yay, good for you. Afternoon is good? Okay, great. I'll message you. And Korakar, I'm around all weekend if you and Vincent would like a scarf or 2 or 11. I hope all of you have a beautiful weekend. Remember, we're coming up, we're very close. I believe it's Monday, Tuesday. That is Lunar New Year. And tomorrow is new moon in Aquarius. So lots of new lunar energy. It's a great time to set intentions. It's a great time to celebrate, but it's a great time to set intentions and also let go of anything that's not serving. ABC, I wasn't thinking about it, but maybe I will. Maybe I will. I didn't even finish the ones for this month. I feel so bad. But it was just a chaotic start to this month. Yeah, Heart. They're not quite sure what we're going to get. We'll definitely be getting some kind of storm. It's just, well, probably right now they're leaning towards rain for us, possibly freezing rain, but rain. And then there's another storm behind it. So we'll see. Hey, Erica! I'm so glad you're doing well. Thank you for being here. You're so welcome. Yeah, I've been getting an intuition about possibly a storm Monday, and they're saying, like, yeah, it's mostly looking like an event for New England, but something makes me feel like something might be up. I'm not sure. Yes, happy Lunar New Year. Oh, I've got such a cute little... Oh, thank you, ABC. And thank you for the sharing what you saw. That's actually powerful imagery for me. Yeah, you want to see people? Here's a Hattie. Yeah, you want to see peoples? That's her purr. Yeah, you stay warm and safe too. So everybody, I will be back Sunday at 8 p.m. Those of you who are students of mine, there is a Reiki share Sunday morning. Feel free to reach out to me about it if you haven't been to one recently, and I'll make sure that you get the login information. Thank you all so much for being here with me. Oh, thank you. Yeah, she is a little mama. Oh, camera shy. Yeah, these two are too dang adorable. A friend gave me a birthday gift, and the cats have been loving the tissue paper that I gave it. Last night was tissue paper, toys. Yeah, it was crinkle paper, toys, and catnip. They had a birthday bonanza. It was absolutely lovely. Yeah, you go ahead, do your thing. I'm going to go ahead and close down for now. I had 3 clients today in addition to the 2 live. So I'm going to go ahead and maybe have a little hot cocoa or some tea and chill out for the night with an abundance of gratitude for every single one of you here. Thank you so much for being here. Have a beautiful weekend and take care of yourselves. Be safe, and I hope to see you again very soon. Bye for now.